Okay, so this was question 2, which is Algebra 3, algebraic fractions. And the first question, part A, says express the following as a single fraction. So just like what we did with original fractions, when you wanted to add fractions or subtract fractions when they have different denominators, you just have to find the lowest common denominator. In this case, the lowest common denominator is 8. All right, so I might just leave a little reminder for myself here. So lowest common denominator is equal to 8. All right, so then I say, well, how many times does 4 go into 8? And that's twice. All right, so I'm going to double everything. So 2 times 3p minus 2 all over 8 minus, well, this guy doesn't change because 8 goes into 8 once. You multiply the top by 1, you just get back what you have. So 7p minus 1 over 8. All right, so now that these guys, you might remember when you saw fractions in first year, now that these guys are common, you can now add and subtract as normal. All right, but just before we do that, I'm going to expand out these brackets here. So I'm going to get 6p minus 2 minus 7p minus 1 all over 8, which is going to give me minus p. That should be minus 4 there. My apologies. So that should be minus 4, minus 1, which is minus 5 all over 8. There's your answer there. Okay. So part B is a little different to part A because the denominators have the letters in them this time as opposed to the numerators. So just to highlight that in case you're forgetting, so these are the numerators and they have letters in them. This is the denominator and they have letters in them. So the lowest common denominator in this case is equal to 2x minus 5 times 3x minus 2. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a big line like this. All right, and I'm going to put my new denominator down here, 2x minus 5 bracket 3x minus 2. All right, now think about this carefully. Back up here, we said how many times does 4 divide into 8? It was twice, so we multiplied everything by 2. I asked this question, how many times does 2x minus 5 divide into this whole thing here? Well, it's 3x minus 2 times. All right, so that's going to be 9 multiplied by 3x minus 2. All right, and likewise for this guy, we say how many times does this guy divide into this whole thing here? Well, that's 2x minus 5 times. So the 6 minus 6 is going to be multiplied by 2x minus 5. Okay, and so let's expand that out. So this guy stays the same, 2x minus 5 bracket 3x minus 2. All right, and expand out up the top, you get 27x minus 18 minus 12x plus 30. All right, so simplifying that, we get 2x minus 5. The denominator always stays this way. And then we just simplify the numerator. Okay, so we're going to simplify this guy here. So 27x minus 12x is going to be 15x. And minus 18 plus 30 is going to be plus 12. Okay, and that's your answer there. Okay, so part C looks nasty, but it's not too bad if you spot the trick that they're going for. So they've given you a quadratic equation on top here. In fact, this was the same quadratic equation we saw in a previous question just here. Okay, so we know if we factorize them, that's it there, 2a plus 5, a minus 1. So look, I'm going to change that, 2a plus 5, a minus 1, all over a minus 1. And because you've got a minus 1 on the bottom, a minus 1 on the top, they can cancel. And that is equal to 2a plus 5. And that's it simplified. Okay, so the trick here, the skill that they're trying to test you on here, is that you spot the quadratic. And you think to yourself, well, I haven't a clue how to divide this. But hang on, you do know how to factorize. All right, and when you factorize it out, you can see there is a simplification possible there. That was question 2.